Hello, I am Valerie Smith. I am going to share with you some of my various artworks. I am an artist who is more like a hobbyist. However, I have done several pieces around the city, whether it be for personal art that someone has requested, or it has actually been placed in public places. The style of art that I would say that I exhibit would be freestyle, because I don't necessarily have a certain type of art. I draw what I am inspired by. I draw according to prompts and projects. I draw to experiment with color, experiment with certain styles, and experiment with certain techniques. I would like to thank Hunter Mural, One World, One Voice, The Art of Being Kind, for extending this opportunity. Please enjoy. This piece is called Pandemic Effects. It is a political piece. I was commissioned to do a small project with the collaboration of 800 Collective and Glass House Collective. There you see in the picture a bleeding African flag, inspired from the Juneteenth celebration. You also see the word justice. You see a clenched fist, an open hand. I can't breathe. You also will see the mask, which was done in watercolor pencils and regular pencil for some of the shading effect. The apple represents my day job, which is in administration of education, and the prompt was to use your art to discuss how my life and my career mesh together, as well as them both being affected by what was going on during the pandemic, which was Black Lives Matter movement, as well as the pandemic had begun to escalate. The fist depicts the justice piece and the holding of one of the flags that represents African Americans and part of our history. The open hand that's held out not only represents us receiving, but it also represents us handing out. As far as especially being an educator, giving of myself, and how teachers have had to give of themselves over and over and over again to accommodate the needs of students. This picture is done in acrylic. It is a 30 by 40 on canvas. It is called Monolith. The inspiration behind this is simply me wanting to do a piece that looked like marble, looked like some stone. So I just challenged myself to do that. And it was inspirational to some, and it also got me some commissioned work from friends who wanted mantelpieces. This piece is called Still in 2020. It is another political piece which was done a little bit before the pandemic effects, a few slides earlier. It's representative of how I was feeling about the tension in our country. I couldn't quite voice it succinctly, and I was writing, and I just had this inspiration it was more of an inspirational vision, which I saw the country being torn apart, and it just prompted me to make a sketch of the United States being pulled apart. The flag as the background happened, I would say, just by chance as I began the painting. The bleeding of the flag with the white and the red and the blue portraying our flag bleeding its colors came also abruptly as a part of this painting to just show what the effects would be and still are in 2020 of the tension and racial tension that we're having now. This piece is called Afro Angel. Some parts of this picture or painting in acrylic is exaggerated and some parts may not be exaggerated. However, I thought about several different styles as I painted this. It's no one in particular, it's just an experimentation, and it turns out very well, a little bit more than what I expected. Quite inspirational. I call her Afro Angel. This is Serene Scene. I am a lover of color. I'm a lover of nature. I was inspired to do this piece simply by a video that I had watched, and it was more so a challenge for me. It doesn't look exactly like what the challenge posed because I wanted to make it my own. I didn't want to make it a copy. Therefore, Serene Scene, which the picture is extended a little further to the entire canvas, which is actually a 16 by 20, where you can see the reflection of the trees in the placid river. The title of this acrylic pour piece is called Freedom. However you would like to interpret freedom to be, whether that would be in the pouring or as you can see how the feathering spans out and goes in various directions, that could also represent freedom. The colors I used were chosen primarily because I don't often use those colors and I was experimenting with color. I chose the background to be black, envisioning that it would allow those colors to stand out more. This piece would also, to me, look great in a living room setting or a bedroom setting. Freedom. This piece is very monumental. It was painted during a very tough time for me. In my life, I was going through some very serious issues, and part of it was similar to depression. And I would come home every day going through the motions of work and everything, and would find relief in painting. This portrait, which is not a self-portrait, but some of the aspects are from myself. Some of the portions of this portrait took a long time. The entire thing took 9 days. I wanted to perfect it as best I could. It's called First Lady, not because of a position which I once held, but it is called First Lady because it is the first acrylic painted portrait that I had done. The extension of it, the full view of it, will be in the next slide. It is a very meaningful and valuable piece to me. As you can see, if you can see the date, I have had it now for almost 4 years. It will be 4 years in April, and it just speaks volumes to me, and it means a lot to me. If you would like to reach me, you can find some of my artwork on Facebook under a page that I call the Creative Gallery of Art, and the extension is at Creative Valerie. Or you may email me about any pieces or any information you would like to share, or anything that you would like to ask me. I am happy to participate, as I am a hobbyist who experiments in various types of artwork to not only calm and relax myself as far as just a therapeutic type sense, but also to experiment and learn more and grow more in the arts. These are the places you may reach me. Thank you for your time. If there is anything you would like to request to see if it may be a commission that you would like, if there is any training or any workshops that you would like me to participate in to help me extend my learning and growth, I welcome that. Thank you again for your time.